Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be messages and predictions for your month of September 2025. Just before we get into it, we have our fundraiser and personal reading giveaway that I want to talk about. So if you want to hear about that, stick around. If you would like to skip forward to the pick a card reading, there's going to be timestamps down below for you to do that. But as many of you guys know, we have been fundraising for Fetis for about a year now. Fetis is an 18-year-old boy living in Gaza with his family. I was matched with Fetis through Project Love Brocade, which is an aid initiative based in Canada. They are no longer taking on new fundraising projects, but I will leave their socials linked down below in case you wanted to check out the work that they have done, how they verified their campaigns, and things like that. So this month, once again, we are doing a personal reading giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a 30-minute video reading, and there are two ways that you can enter this giveaway. One is to simply share the link for Fetis's GoFundMe campaign on any platform that you use, and the other way is to donate to the campaign. The period for this particular giveaway is the month of August, so if you have shared or donated at any point between August 1st to August 31st, you can submit that as an entry. You just have to take a screenshot and send that in as proof to kinopersonalreadings@gmail.com, and I will email the winner and announce the winner on my Instagram story on September 1st. Last month, I was confident that we would be able to reach the $45,000 mark for Fetis and his family. And as of now, we have raised almost 47,000, which is up 5,000 from last month, which is crazy. And I'm so grateful to everybody who participated in the fundraiser last month. We had a bit of a special one last month because not only did we have the personal reading giveaway that we've been doing every month, but we were also selling candles and mini readings. On that note, I want to give a really big thank you to my friend Michael who helped with the candle fundraiser. He is also fundraising for a family in Gaza. He was matched with a 27-year-old nurse, Karam, and Michael is the one who shipped out all of the candle orders. So he was a huge help in that. Michael, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I love you. And we split all of the candle sales half and half between the campaign for Fetis and for Karam. Because of our collaboration last month, we were able to raise significantly more for both campaigns than usual. So I want to give a huge thank you to you guys as well. I also want to give a massive thank you to Angeline. She is one of the founders of Project Love Brocade. So I have been working with her closely. She gives me updates on Fetis's campaign and the money that is reaching him. And she let me know that so far she has been able to send over $35,000 of the money that we've raised to Fetis and his family, and she's continuing to send more little by little every day. So I just wanted to let you guys know that the funds are reaching him and it is making a difference. Thank you guys so much for your support. I want to thank you as well for the kind messages that you write for Fetis. I do send some of those over to him. I'm very grateful to have such a caring and compassionate collective that I connect with, and I want to thank you guys as well for giving me this platform that I can hopefully use to make a difference. I'm sending you guys so much love, and let's get on to the reading. Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at messages and predictions for your month of September 2025. We're going to start off with a general overview of your month where we look at the main themes, the main energies, significant events and changes that are coming your way, and then we will dive into predictions for specific areas of your life. So we are going to be looking at your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. There are 3 groups to choose from today, and for each group there is a different animal-shaped crystal. So I'm going to show you each of these up close one by one, and please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. For my group number 1s, we have this clear quartz unicorn. For my group number 2s, we have this Labradorite butterfly. And for my group number 3s, we have this amethyst snake. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number one. Hi, number ones. So if you guys chose the clear quartz unicorn, this is going to be your reading all about your month of September 2025. As soon as I said clear quartz, I heard we have a clear winner. So that's your first message. Some of you in the month of September, you are winning something. It's like, it's not even a question. You are standing out from the competition by such a large margin that it's not even a question. You could be winning an award or being selected for something out of multiple candidates, but you are the obvious choice. That's what I'm getting. There's something about you that makes you special. So we're going to start with these pre-shuffled oracle cards to see the main energies and the main themes of your month. We are starting off with Triangulum Australe. However you say that. Australia could be significant. I also just saw 111, 111, and we have the keyword masculine. Okay, so in the month of September, you could be stepping more into your masculine energy, which is making me think of willpower and action. I feel like this is a month where you are acting on your ideas in a confident way. And I feel like you want to be witnessed acting on your ideas and bringing them to life because you are proud of what you're doing and you believe that your ideas or the product of your ideas deserves to be seen, and you would be right. We also have birds, another masculine energy coming through. As soon as I see the number 19, I think of the sun card. That is a Leo energy, that is fire energy. So there is a masculine energy around you. I feel you in a leader energy, and I could interpret this as both like literally you are the leader in a group, or you are just taking the reins and taking charge of your own life during this month. Birds could be a significant sign for you. It could be a specific type of bird that you see as confirmation that you are on the right path. But I'm also thinking of how birds sing. They chirp. They are chatty. They want to be heard. During the month of September, something in you wants to be seen and wants to be heard. And I hear your spirit guides confirming this. Like, yes, that is right. That is correct. It's like you're sitting here with this genius idea or this amazing thing that you can do or this amazing thing that you've made. And you're like, I think people should see this. I think people should hear about this. And your guides are like, yes, group number one, I agree. You are correct. And oh my gosh, okay, masculine birds. Have you seen a male bird? Have you seen how flamboyant they are? I'm flamboyant. I go all the way. That's you in September. Let me know if you know that song. It's very good by Dorian Electra. Highly recommend. And I just saw 333 as well. This is your month to be the main character and to show off and to take the lead and to take center stage. But no one is going to put you there but yourself. You can't win a contest that you didn't enter. You have to be the one to enter and put yourself in that position. If you have something that deserves to be seen or heard, which I think you know you do, you must be its advocate in the world. I'm also hearing you must be your own biggest fan. Wow. Look at this, abundance, number 88. So what all of this is going to lead to is abundance. I am feeling this in a very literal way, like money coming in, but this money hits different because it's coming from something that is your own, from something that is unique to you, something that nobody else could have done, I'm hearing, and something that is very personal to you. You took the route of pursuing a path or making something that personally matters to you and that has a lot of your unique energy and your soul's essence imbued into it. And to see that gaining reception here in the physical world, not only that, but generating compensation for you in abundant amounts, that's going to feel really, really good. And, you know, receiving money, it's obviously very practical. It helps us to take care of ourselves, get the resources we need, do what needs to be done. There's that practical aspect of it. But I honestly think that with this money coming in, it's mainly an emotional thing. It's like, yeah, I can do stuff with this money and that's awesome, but it's more just the fact that I received it that is making me so happy. Like, I actually got paid to do this? That's amazing. It's the sentiment of it all, I think, that is making you the happiest, if that makes sense. So for your astrology cards, we have kinship, Cancer spirit. Right away, I'm hearing kindred spirits. And this is a card that talks about family. I have a feeling for a lot of you, a lot of my group number ones, this is talking about your soul family. I like the dog and the cat. They're probably behind the table, but it kind of looks like spirit animals watching over you, or animals on the other side. Multiple generations gather around the table. In your mind's eye, imagine your ancestors welcoming you to the table with acceptance. Whether or not your actual family provides a feeling of belonging, draw strength from your visualization of emotional support and unconditional love. Oh, you have ancestors who are very proud of you and who are cheering you on. You are doing something, you have already done things that they were unable to do. Whether that was because of the times they lived in here on planet Earth, whether it was because of generational cycles that still hadn't been healed, certain resources that weren't available to them, but your spirit, and more specifically your drive, is an ancestral gift. Your drive, your ambition, your enterprising nature, I'm hearing. Not exactly sure what that means, but that's how it came through. The fire in you, that is an ancestral gift. And the way that you are now positioning yourself to be able to utilize it is very exciting to your ancestors. And in a way, they feel like you are doing this for them. Maybe you're honoring your ancestors in pursuing this path, but I can definitely say that they are very proud of you. And we also have first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. This is true always, but in the month of September, it's going to be important for you to remember that your feelings are your greatest compass, and they are an accurate compass for you. Something that you started in the month of May or June could be coming to fruition now. And your feelings about a certain situation are going to be confirmed. There's an emotion that you've been sitting with for a while now. And I'm hearing kind of like, am I crazy? Am I delusional? And your feeling is going to be confirmed to have been true and accurate. Like, you were not crazy, you were not delusional. You were picking up on something very real. Instinctually, intuitively, on a soul level, you were picking up on something that was real, something that you were meant for. Or the meaning of something. What does that mean? Okay, it's like you saw a sign and then you felt, oh, this sign means XYZ. And some time went by and you're thinking, maybe that's not what it meant. Maybe it actually means this other thing. And however you interpreted, it could have been a dream you had as well. You're like, I think I had this dream because it's trying to tell me XYZ. Whatever you thought this experience meant is going to be confirmed to you that that is in fact what it meant. And it's proof that you need to go with what your emotions are telling you, because they're not lying to you. They're not wrong. Okay, let's look. Oop. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, look at what just fell out. At the same time, money path. Okay. Miss Abundance and money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. I'm hearing Cardi B. Money bag, money bag, money bag. Okay, we have Throne. Position of authority. And we've been talking about you being a leader and being number one. I love that both of these are made of gold. Okay, you're turning something into gold. Turning your ideas into gold. Okay, turning your pain into gold. Turning a struggle into gold. Rubies could be significant too. Or the color ruby red. That could be someone's name as well. Ruby, or something that sounds like that. Ruben. My friend has a dog named Ruben. Okay. Woo! And crib. There's a consistent gold color going on. No way. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Did I not just use that word, enterprising? 1144, as I'm holding up this card. And yeah, there's this theme of gold and red in the color scheme. Even your triangulum card has this gold and red coloring to it. It honestly, it feels like success. It feels like victory. It feels like pride. Definitely feels like abundance. There could be a child who is being born in the month of September, but if that's the case, you would probably already know that that's coming up. For those of you who are wanting to conceive a child, this card is a very good sign. But because we've been talking so much about you like birthing an idea and abundance and your enterprising spirit, I do feel like for many of you, this is talking about the birth of an enterprise. You could be starting your own business, or this is kind of very specific, starting your own business or getting hired by a startup, or like working on a new idea that is going to be scaled into a larger business eventually. We have, I'm just looking at the first letter of each word, M, P, C, and T. Could be significant initials, or like a country, a company, a person who is significant. Their name could start with one of these letters. Actually, M, P, C, and T, I'm thinking of the word impact. We're just missing the vowels, but your impact is meteoric. It's astronomical in the month of September. You're giving someone else an epiphany this month as well, through a conversation. You're giving someone a massive epiphany about something they should start, a path they should pursue, an idea they should bring to life. So you're benefiting from this beautiful inspirational energy, and then you're passing it along. You're doubling it and passing it to the next person, group number one. So, let's look at the numbers as well to see what dates could be significant. September 19th, September 8th. We could also add these and say that September 16th is going to be significant. All right, so this concludes the general overview part of your reading. So we're going to get into the specific areas of your life now. I also want to say that ninth house related things could bring you blessings during the month of September. So pursuing a higher education or pursuing a higher level of knowledge in something that you are already knowledgeable about, pursuing a broader or more big picture knowledge, like broadening. Okay, just like one example. Let's say you were very knowledgeable about fantasy novels, and then you're broadening that to be knowledgeable about all different kinds of literature. Just apply that to your own situation. But zooming out a bit, or like if I don't know, if I started to become knowledgeable of other types of divination other than what I already do. So same general field, but we're making it a larger range of what we know about, getting more background knowledge, learning about the history of one of your interests or the field that you're in could really benefit you. Traveling or learning about another culture could benefit you as well. And we are about to get into the messages for relationships, but this is a time where the focus is on surrounding yourself with people you aspire to be like. People who make you want to level up, or people who, like, when you're around them, you naturally level up because that's the energetic influence they have on you. Try to surround yourself with people who know things that you don't know, who have experience that you don't have. So by being around them, you will elevate yourself. That's what this month is about for my group number ones. Elevation. Woohoo! That's U2. I'm gonna have to link these songs because they're both very good. Okay. Specific life areas for group number one, starting with love and relationships. So we're going to do one tarot card and one oracle card each. Look at this. Ace of Cups. For love and relationships, that's iconic. Okay, for career and studies. Interesting, what was that? Okay, I'm gonna make a mental note of this. Oh, that's beautiful. The Nine of Swords was like kind of dancing around like this and looked like it was gonna fall out, but then it didn't. What should I do? Okay, I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna put the card that actually comes out. Oh, King of Pentacles, yeah. I'm just gonna put it like that. And we'll make a note that this is a background energy because it didn't actually fall out. It just kind of and showed itself. So this is a background energy, but oh my gosh, group number one, you're on fire. This is your month. Spiritual and personal growth. Spiritual and personal growth for my group number ones. Wow. 6 of Wands. If you are a frequent watcher of my readings, thank you by the way if you are, you will know that I don't sugarcoat messages, but there is just not much negative to say here, group number one. Like, everything coming out is positive. I don't know what to tell you. So now we're gonna go in with our oracles. For love and relationships, wow, hummingbird spirit with joy, but look at the number on it, 22. For career and studies, air spirit, knowledge. We were just talking about increasing your knowledge. Getting more background knowledge, more broader knowledge will benefit you. And for your spiritual and personal growth, it fell on the floor. One moment. Change, dragonfly spirit, number 12. So interesting, our oracle card numbers are 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Ones and twos have been coming up like this quite a bit in recent readings, and it'd be interesting if it's like the same people who are choosing the groups that have these numbers. Let me know if you've been seeing like repeating ones and repeating twos a lot, because I certainly have, at least when I'm doing readings for you. Okay, this is just all so beautiful. Congratulations, group number 1. You won the month of September. Like this is your month. I just heard the moment we've all been waiting for, and now I'm thinking of What You Waiting For by Gwen Stefani, which is, there's a lot of bangers coming through for this group as well. I'm gonna make a little playlist for you if you feel called to, like all the songs that are coming up in this reading. But let's just get into it. Your love and relationships card is the Ace of Cups. A new love. You are falling in love, or you are falling back in love. This can definitely talk about a new relationship that is blooming, new or renewed love. I personally feel like with the Ace of Cups, the relationship with self is the most important and the most beautiful message. So you're definitely falling in love with yourself in the month of September. Or, oh, I just heard like renewing your vows. You know, like people will get married and they say their vows, and then however, I don't know, maybe some years go by. I just saw 2222 and you have 22 here. Some years go by and then that couple renews their vows. I feel like you're doing this with yourself. So maybe certain things that you had promised to yourself in the past, like promise to take care of yourself, promise to make your dreams come true, you're like re-falling in love with yourself during this month and re-promising those vows to yourself. That's beautiful. And that falls in line with the message of being your biggest advocate for your dreams and being your biggest fan. And yes, for those of you who are, actually, it doesn't matter if you're single or in a relationship. If you're single, the Ace of Cups indicates a new love coming to you. But even if you're in a relationship, you could be experiencing a renewal of love and affection within your current relationship. Being reminded of how beautiful your relationship is, and maybe remembering like, oh, this is why we fell in love. You could be reminiscing. I'm getting that feeling as well. But this card is literally happiness, bliss, inner peace, emotional fulfillment. I do think things are going to be peaceful in your love life and relationships during this month. We literally have joy here. This is making me think of the Wonyo rune, because I think in my rune deck there is a hummingbird on the Wonyo card, and that, I hope I'm saying that correctly. The way I'm saying it reminds me of Ponyo. And I've never even seen Ponyo, but I think this is, oh my gosh, it's a Ghibli movie, right? The little fishy thing. Ponyo, Ponyo, Ponyo. Anyway, maybe that movie is significant to somebody. But yeah, all I see here is joy. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Sorry, I'm singing too much. I'm I'm coming up with too many songs. We talked about birds being a significant sign for you, and now we have a hummingbird. So this might be a bird that you want to look out for as a sign that joy and happy days are coming to you. But I really don't have any messages for you in terms of, you know, this is what you should be careful about. This is what you should look out for. You may be dealing with this challenge. It just looks like everything is happy, and there is a chance for a new beginning or a renewal in your love life and relationships, if that is something that you want. And I think the energy is feeling light. For your career and studies, this is beautiful. So we're going to talk about this first. This was the card that almost came out but didn't, and I just saw it for a very brief moment. And the Nine of Swords represents negative thoughts, overthinking, anxiety, expecting the worst, you know, being really in your head and assuming the worst case scenario. So the fact that this didn't come out, I feel like in the month of September, you are going to be face to face with a past trigger. And your mind kind of starts to go there, but then you shut it down. You're like, no, we don't worry about this anymore. Let me bring myself back. There is one example that is coming to my mind to illustrate this energy. Of course, you can apply it to your situation and your own unique triggers. But let's say there is someone who has a really, really hard time with criticism. Like maybe they have a wound around rejection. And so when they receive criticism, it really hurts them and they get really in their head, like, oh my gosh, I suck. Like, why couldn't I do this right? And they get into this spiral of doubting their abilities and shaming themselves. Or maybe it's a people-pleasing wound, and when they receive criticism, they're like, oh my gosh, I couldn't meet this person's expectations. I couldn't make them happy. I let them down. Like, I think we all have these things that even a small event in our external reality could make us spiral inwardly because of some past wound. And I think what's going to happen in September is that there's going to be some event that in the past would have made you spiral into those anxious thoughts. And it's like you see yourself starting to do it. You observe your thoughts and you catch yourself. And you're like, no, we don't have to do this anymore. And this is a beautiful, I heard orchestration. So the divine may quite literally be orchestrating this occurrence for you to get a chance to see how much you have healed and how far you have come. To do an example with myself, like, let's say, and actually this is true, negative comments used to bother me a lot. Like when I started my channel, if I got a negative comment, I would think about it like all day. And now if I see one, sometimes I still get that little pang inside of me, but then I get over it in like literally 60 seconds and I stop thinking about it because I'm like, oh, well, you know, that is an excellent example. I see my thoughts going in that direction and I'm like, oh, this pattern seems familiar, but we do not have to choose this today. And it takes some time to get there, right? And it could take a deeper level of shadow work to be able to get to that place where you can just nope and divert your attention. But I think you're realizing that certain things do not have the same effect on you mentally as they did before. So I'm really happy to see this here pertaining to your career, your studies, like your abilities. And then I was so curious to see what card would come out on top of it. And it's the freaking King of Pentacles. So you need to know group number one. And I say this so much with the King of Pentacles. Like, if you're coming out as this king, you are like an expert at what you do. You should be in an advanced level in your field. You should be in a top position if you want to, obviously, because that's what you are worthy of. That's what you are a match to. And in context with this triumphing over the Nine of Swords, this feels a lot like overcoming imposter syndrome or overcoming doubts surrounding your abilities. Certain things that in the past could have made you spiral into, oh, well, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. I made this mistake, so clearly I'm not that good, or I don't know what I'm doing, or blah, blah, blah. Like all that stuff that your mind likes to throw at you. It's no longer, oh, I just thought of an example with myself, but it's a bit personal. It's no longer deterring you. Can I tell this story in a way? You know what? I'll just say that it's possible to move towards an outcome that you would prefer without entertaining the shame that is associated with that negative thought. So, okay, I'm gonna make something up. Let's say that I got a comment on my video that's like, you suck at reading the cards and you don't know what you're talking about. It is possible for me to say, okay, like this person is being rude and I refuse to take on any of that. I'm not going to feel ashamed. I'm not going to feel like I suck. I'm not taking that on from their energy. Like I'll just send that back to them. It's possible for me to do that. And also, I'm welcome to then go and improve my tarot reading skills. I can do that as a result of seeing that comment, and I don't have to take on whatever shame they were trying to send my way. So it's like, whatever happens here, extract the information you need from it, use it to improve if you feel like you can improve. And you're just not taking on any of the worry and the stress and the like feeling bad about yourself. Because you catch yourself doing it and you're like, no, this is not me anymore. That's not how we further align with this King of Pentacles. Like that doesn't feel good. So I'm very proud of you. This is wonderful. And I imagine this is something you've been working on for some time, but I think it's really going to click in the month of September. And then, yeah, we have this knowledge card, which we were kind of talking about before, you increasing your knowledge. And that might be something that makes you one of the best at what you do, is that you have a wealth of knowledge. You're very knowledgeable and you know how to apply that knowledge. You are not just regurgitating what you learned at school or regurgitating what you read in a book. It's like you're putting your own spin on it. Maybe you are, the King of Pentacles is practical. The King of Pentacles likes real as in physical world applications. So, being able to memorize knowledge is very different from actually being able to use it and being able to apply it in the right way and making it digestible to others. You could be very good at breaking down concepts and explaining it to people. I do often see with the King of Pentacles, someone who is so good at what they do that they naturally get a lot of people coming to them of like, how did you do it? How did you do this? Do you have any tips for me? Can you teach me? And you might be good at doing that. And if you feel called to share your knowledge, that could be like a rewarding experience for you. Then for your spiritual and personal growth, we have the Six of Wands. So, I'm not surprised to see this. This is you gaining recognition, being highly admired and highly praised, because why wouldn't you be? I just saw 3333 too. I like that on this card. This is a horse that you would see on a playground, like a bouncy horse. And so it looks like you're gaining recognition and success from something that you find quite fun. And I kind of love how this complements the male bird energy that you have going on this month, because the Six of Wands correlates to Jupiter in the sign of Leo, which just feels so much like inflated confidence. Not in a cocky way, but you're just really proud of yourself and you're the shit and you know it. And that when I think of a male bird, how they show off their beautiful plumage, their beautiful feathers to attract the female, that's you. By the way, you're attracting all the right people and all the right eyes with what you're doing. I don't know if there's a specific person you admire who you want to notice you, or maybe it's a company or a group that you want to notice you, but the person you want to notice you is noticing you. And you likely also do have at least one secret admirer. I think when it comes to your spiritual and personal growth, it's really just about building confidence in yourself and building self-esteem. And I mean, all of this external recognition and success, it shouldn't make you feel any different about yourself. I think you're going to be feeling this way about yourself before it happens and after it happens. The external validation is just kind of like a confirmation, you know, we're on the right path. It's resonating with people, right? It's resonating with people. We're doing the right things. And then we have Dragonfly Spirit with change and the number 12. Okay, group number 1, this is the last message I'm going to leave you with. For those of you who are considering making a transition, I feel like, yes, you will make that transition in your life, but there's no need to rush it. I think some of you are getting in your head of like, the universe wants me to do this right now, and I'm ignoring the signs, and I should have already made this transition. But actually, I think the transition can happen in a more gradual way, or it's not urgent. Okay, whether this is like you've been feeling like you're meant to change jobs, or you're meant to change where you live, or you're meant to change social circles or relationships or whatever. This is not urgent. It will, yeah, I just think some of you are worried, like, am I missing the cues? Did the universe already want me to do this? I should have just taken a big leap. And no, it can happen gradually. Or it can happen, you can take your time. That's what I want to say. Okay. Group number 1. So those are all the messages I have for you. What a lovely reading. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram. You can check out the extended readings that we do on this channel, as well as full-length, exclusive pick a card readings. So all the different platforms for that will be linked down below. Vimeo, Patreon, YouTube memberships. It's all the same content, just on different platforms, so you can choose what works best for you. And my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video, that is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, your higher self, anyone who appeared in this reading, their higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number 2s. So if you guys chose the Labradorite butterfly, this is going to be a reading all about your month of September 2025. Before I started filming, I had a melody stuck in my head and I could not remember what song it was from. So I had to sing it into Google, which is so crazy that we can do that. And it was a song called Calling. That's from the year 2012. So that song or that year could be significant to you, or maybe something about your calling is going to be significant in this reading. I will link it down below. It was pretty famous at the time. It's like an EDM song, but anyway, let's get into your cards. So we are going to start off with the main themes and the main energies of your month of September. So your first card is Canis Minor with the keyword loyalty. I'm pretty sure Canis Minor means small dog. 111 as I'm saying that. So that could be significant for some of you. And we also have Jupiter with the number 7. The fact that this constellation is literally just a line and we have the keyword loyalty, it's giving me the feeling that you are sticking to a certain path. Like Spirit is telling you to not get distracted or to not divert your energy and to stay loyal to what your vision has been until now and to stay loyal to the path that you are on. During the month of September, I am feeling this theme of the grass is always greener on the other side. So I'm seeing you on your journey, and maybe over here you see, oh, that looks like it might be better, or this person over there is doing that. Maybe I should be doing that too. And I want to be clear that there's nothing wrong with changing your course. You're always free to change your mind, but there's something about what you have been working on. And during this month specifically, Spirit's really saying, like, hold your vision, stay the course, stay loyal to what you're doing. Don't fall for like the sparkling distractions or, you know, the grass is greener over there. The grass is greener where you are. That's in a song, The Grass is Greener Under Me. I think that song is called Good Time or Good Times. I will look for that one too. But yeah, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And you are going to get your desired outcome. There's something you're putting a lot of effort into, but it's not just for you. It's for your team or your family or your group or the other people in your life. And if you keep doing what you're doing, there's going to be success. I'm also hearing there's going to be relief. So something is turning out how you wanted it to turn out. And with that, you breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe because the difficulties are over, or, okay, I have this visual of someone shooting a basketball. And right now you're in that moment of like, oh my gosh, is it going to go in the net? Is it going to go in the net? And then it does. And you're like, whew, it's like a sigh of relief. So you are right on target. The direction you are aiming in right now is perfect. And I think that's why Spirit is saying, like, don't get distracted. You're exactly where you need to be. Just literally keep moving forward and you will get the outcome you want. And it's going to be a huge relief. And it's going to be a blessing for you, for your like team or group or family, for these other people, like the people you are with. And I sense a lot of appreciation and gratitude coming your way. We have surrender with the number 91. There's this aspect of your journey where you do everything that you need to do and now it's in Spirit's hands. So maybe you are making this shift sometime in the month of September where your job has come to an end. And now it's Spirit's turn to co-create with you and do its part of the manifestation. I just heard nail biting. There's some period of waiting, you know, you're waiting. Maybe it's a bit nerve-wracking. It's like this nail biting suspense of like, is all of this work that I did going to be enough? Is it going to come through in the way that I want to? You're waiting for the response from the universe. And there is a need to just surrender and trust that you have done enough. For your astrological cards, we have relationships. There's definitely a clear theme of reddish colors going on here. Reds, pinks, purples. This is Libra energy. I forget if I said that or not. Someone could have Jupiter in Libra or Jupiter in the 7th house, or someone could be a Libra rising. An outstretched hand. Connecting with other people can provide comfort, the exchange of ideas, fun, or intimacy. Do you need to reach out your hand to offer or receive more support? Do you have the right balance of contribution and reciprocation in your partnerships? In the month of September, I feel like your biggest blessings are going to come in 7th house and 8th house areas. So this is long-term relationships, long-term committed partnerships, business negotiations could be going well, and any sort of joint venture or joint assets that you have with other people. You will receive blessings in these areas, and it's important that you stay firm. Okay, speaking of negotiations, I feel like that's another excellent example of this energy, because Spirit's telling you not to budge. So maybe you're in a negotiation and the other party is coming back to you like, this is my final offer, and Spirit is saying, don't budge. If you don't budge and you stay a little bit stubborn and stay loyal to your original idea and your original vision, it's gonna turn out that way. We also have last quarter moon in Aquarius. So with the last quarter moon, something is very close to being completed. And if I'm not mistaken, very often after a last quarter moon in Aquarius comes a new moon in Taurus, which feels like abundance and prosperity and the physical manifestation of your intentions. So you're very close to closing the deal. I just heard that could be literal for some of you. Closing a deal, or like it's whatever you're manifesting is very close to being a done deal. And it's important that you stay the course right now. Like, you're so close. Last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. This feels like the completion of a big project, or like a big conclusion being reached, a big decision being reached, and all parties involved are going to be happy. Remember why you're doing this is what I'm hearing. Remember what your priority is. Remember who is the priority or what is the priority. And this is going to be different for everybody. It could be yourself. It could be somebody else. But remember who is the main priority. And that's going to help you stay the course. And be honest. Be honest about how you feel. That will help the process as well. In terms of dates that could be significant, September 7th could be significant. I'm reading this backwards, but September 19th could be a significant date. And I'm just checking. I have a little cheat sheet of what is happening astrologically in the month of September. And on the 19th, Venus is moving into Scorpio. So that's interesting. You could feel that transit quite strongly in September. And oh my gosh, literally as I said that, I looked up and the camera timer was on 9:19, like 9:19. That is September 19th. So that could be, maybe mark that on your calendar. That could be a big day for you. And actually the sun is entering Libra on the 22nd, or it could be the 23rd if you're in the eastern side of the world. But from the 19th to around the 22nd or the 23rd, I'm hearing like that could be a pivotal time for you. And yeah, the sun's going to be in Libra and Venus is going to be in Scorpio, which is very interesting because we were talking about like 7th and 8th house affairs could be going well during this time. And the 7th and 8th house are ruled by Libra and Scorpio. I would also check where Libra, or maybe you already know this, where Libra and Scorpio are in your chart, because those areas could be blessed during this month. So yeah, I think those dates are going to be significant for you. Let's take a look at your tea leaf cards. And yeah, even more like pinks, purples, red, blue, pink, purple. Oh, wow. The red, blue, and purple could be talking about a compromise, because purple is red and blue together. So it's like what you want, what the other party wants, and purple has both within it. So some beneficial conclusion is being reached. We have fly, a period of ill health, depression. Okay, some of you have been really worrying about this outcome, and that explains the huge sigh of relief when everything comes to an end. Someone going out of your, yeah, literally, I was just talking about something coming to an end, and we have casket. I'm hearing like, let's put this to bed, or let's solve this once and for all. Someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. Another message that is coming through, and maybe this is not for everyone, if you have been having the same argument with someone over and over again, that's going to be finally laid to rest in the month of September. It's not going to be brought up again. Like we've finally reached a resolution, and we're not going to argue about this anymore. We're not going to debate about this anymore. Like everyone's clear about where we stand on this. And I can't get over, like, the fly card is red and purple. The casket card is red and purple. We have rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. This card always feels weird to me, but sure. And we have kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Rabbits do make me think of fertility. They make me think of multiplication. Oh, you know, because rabbits multiply quickly, and kangaroo has a baby. Maybe this is really specific, but some of you could be like thinking about having children, and but the times haven't been, like, your life hasn't been settled enough, or the circumstances haven't been ideal. And this could be something in your individual life or just the state of the world. And it's like you're waiting for times to be better or times to be easier. That's what this sigh of relief could be talking about. If you don't resonate with having children, because I know that's like a very small group of people who will be actively thinking about having children right now, it just could be something that you've been wanting to like bring into the world. An idea that you've been wanting to bring into the world, something you've been wanting to create, something you've been wanting to start working on, and it's like the circumstances just haven't been right for that. I just heard my life is in shambles. And this is not a prediction, by the way. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I think some of you have felt like this. It's like, how can I possibly like work on this project or work on my ideas when my life is this way, or my health is this way, my physical or mental health is this way? Like, this is just not a supportive condition for me to be bringing things into the world. So this sigh of relief that I'm feeling, it's like some difficult period is over, and you can finally start thinking about your future, whether that's starting or growing a family, or working on a new project, starting to invest your energy in different ways. Now that this is all cleaned up, you can finally do that. Maybe some of you have been waiting for a legal process to settle, because Libra does sometimes make me think of legal matters, like with the scales and justice and all of that. And I can think of a situation and someone else close to me where, because certain things were pending, we couldn't move on with life. So that could be the case for some of you. Like, something is being settled and it's not being dug up again and again and again. It's like there's something, every time you thought you had buried the hatchet, I think is the expression, it gets dug up again. It's like, oh my gosh, we're having this dispute again. Oh my gosh, we're having this argument again. And it's finally being settled. Okay. So I feel like this group's message is very specific, but we're going to get into the specific areas of your life. Oh, and just looking at the initials here, F, C, R, and K. Why is that making me think of fucker? Okay, Maybe you've been dealing with someone who is not very reasonable. All right, but yeah, FCRK, these could be someone's initials or the name of a company, a place. So now we're gonna pull one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. For your love life and relationships, we have the Four of Cups. For your career and studies, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And for your spiritual and personal growth, we have Justice, which we were just talking about. Okay, we're also going to go in with oracle cards for each of these. An oracle card for your love life and relationships. We have Water Spirit, Manifesting Dreams. Oh, those are nice together. And look at all this purple. That color is following you around. For your career and studies, we have Reflecting Pool with Stillness. And for your spiritual and personal growth, oh cool, that's like the main artwork, same thing. Pegasus, Transcending. I don't think I've been saying the numbers on these cards, but we have 46, 33, and 28, which could be significant numbers for someone. So let's start off with your messages for love life and relationships. First of all, there is an overwhelming water energy going on here. Obviously, this is the water spirit. Four of Cups, the suit of Cups is related to water. And it's very Cancerian too, because it has Cancer energy and Moon energy, which is the ruler of Cancer. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, or maybe you do have Cancer placements. This could be a time of heightened emotions when it comes to your relationships. The Four of Cups is an interesting card because I feel like it can be interpreted in, you could say this about all the cards, but I particularly feel with the Four of Cups, whether it is interpreted as a positive energy or like a not so nice energy really depends on the larger context of the reading and other cards surrounding it, because it does indicate this time where things are becoming predictable and a bit mundane. And so if you're coming from a past of uncertain times and unpredictable times and uneasy times, then this energy could be very welcome. You know, it's like boring and uneventful in a good way. I know what I'm dealing with. I'm settled. I feel the situation is predictable and secure, and there's no surprises and there's no drama. So the fact that this is coupled with the Manifesting Dreams card seems like a dynamic that you have been waiting for. And this is a lovely complement to that message about arguments being resolved. So I feel like if there has been any arguments, conflict, just like dramas in your relationship, those are finally resolving and they are staying resolved, okay? Because I have been picking up on this back and forth where a conflict arises, you settle it, at least you think it's settled, and then it just comes back up. And next thing you know, we're talking about this again, and like real healing or change hasn't happened. And so, which is okay, like that's all part of the healing process, but it's definitely, it keeps your nervous system in this constant like watching over your shoulder. Is this conflict gonna bubble up again? Are we gonna have these issues again? And so I do feel that this like mundane, if you will, energy is quite welcome for you in September. Like it's quiet. September is quiet. There's no problems. There's no drama. We're coasting. We're sailing. It's smooth. And this is like exactly how you've wanted things to be. Another message that is coming to my mind is that feeling of when I just saw 2222 as well. So there's other people around you who are feeling this blessing as well. When life gets turned upside down, you start to miss the mundane stuff and feel like I took that for granted. I would give anything to have those mundane days back where there was no drama, and like I see how beautiful those days were now, and I feel like you're getting back to that. Okay, I keep wanting to say quiet and peaceful, and you're very emotionally regulated. There's this big relief coming in September, and then that's followed by a long period of just like inner peace and emotional regulation. Something, you could be receiving news about your health or someone's health that is really putting your mind at ease. Some energy that you didn't want is gone and it's not returning. Yep. And is there anything else that I want to say? I think you're just feeling really stable and secure and at peace in your relationships. That's the main message that I'm picking up. Okay, next for your career and studies, we have the Knight of Pentacles and stillness. So there's definitely an energy of slowness here. Number 33 is beautiful for prosperity. That's the number of the Empress. Okay, so there's a feeling of slowness, but also harvest. And this gives me the feeling, I think a lot of you in September are going to be not necessarily reducing your workload, but I guess spreading it out over time. So you're slowing down the pace at which you produce, output, or complete tasks. You are taking your time. Something that I feel sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles, which I definitely feel here right now, is this refusal to play the game of urgency in this world, or like, we need more, faster. You need to be constantly checking off goals. You need to be constantly taking action and producing something and like putting things out into the world. Sometimes the world feels very go, 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 quantity over quality, and you are not playing that game. You refuse to play that game. And if you had ever felt any, I don't know if it's like guilt or self-doubt around that, like maybe I should be picking up the pace, maybe I should be doing more, I think that's being resolved this month. It feels so much better when you work at your own pace, when you don't force things, when you don't rush things, when you prioritize quality over quantity, and when you prioritize authenticity. Like working on something when you truly feel called to, as opposed to like, how do I describe this? It feels like not forcing your body. Like if you're really tired, if you're not feeling it, if you don't have any ideas, if there's something else you want to focus on, You're not forcing productivity to happen. I am feeling a strong energy of nature here. So another thing is that you could be embracing your personal seasons, where you're going to have seasons of your life where you do feel very inspired and productive, and other seasons where you don't. And that is totally fine. You know, this is a career message, but it also does feel very much like a spiritual and personal growth message, like slowing down, embracing your seasons, not tying your worth to your productivity. And getting back, getting back to enjoying the process of your work. So some of you had in the past lost joy for what you do when it became this exercise of, let's see how much I can do. Let's see how much money I can make. Let's see how productive I can be. And just like more. That took the joy out of it. And so you're slowing down. Maybe some of you are even completely stopping and taking a break and rediscovering the pace that feels best for you, so that you can truly enjoy the process and make something of quality. That is becoming the most important thing. And that's maybe what this reflect on your priorities is talking about. I know that this song has come out in a reading before. Like, I'm not gonna write you a love song 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. Which is, I think it's based on a true story of the artist, where the label told her to write a love song and she was like, no, because I guess it didn't feel authentic to her. And it's like, I'm not going to do it just because you asked for it. Like, it has to feel aligned with me. Maybe you are refusing to meet the demands of certain people, groups, organizations, because it just doesn't feel right to you. And you're refusing to like set quotas for yourself. You could be reframing the way you approach your goals. So rather than saying, for example, I'm going to make 3 finished products per month, you're saying, I'm going to show up for this many minutes every day. But I'm not going to set a number of like how many things I need to make or how many things I need to complete. Prioritizing the routine of it over the final output. And okay, like if I use my music as an example, maybe I say, and I actually do try to do this, like 2 days a week I'm gonna set aside for music. And if I get to the end of the month and I have like 3 finished songs, that's great. If I have no finished songs, that's great. If I have a bunch of half-baked ideas, that's great. The important thing is that I showed up and progress was made. You're focusing on the routine part of it, the consistency part of it, rather than the final outcome. That's what it looks like. And both of these cards bring immense stability and security to your life. And I think you're also in an energy where you're very proud of the work that you're doing. You're very proud of what you're producing or what you're making. You're proud of what you're learning. You're proud of how you are seeing yourself improve. Why am I thinking of lentils right now? Is there a significant, like, spiritual meaning to lentils? Let's see. The shape of the lentil represents the circle of life. Lentils teach you to be humble. You arrive into this world the same way as you exit it, with nothing. You have a body of which you borrow for some time to do your divine work here on earth. Lentils bring a wholeness to the spirit. The strong nutrition packed within this tiny bean shows how simplicity in life can nourish you greater than complexity. Simplicity allows you to achieve your spiritual purpose. You have a unique personal ministry to offer, an individual mission to fulfill that only you can do. Wow. Okay, I feel like that closes off the message well. So let's move into your messages for spiritual and personal growth. we have justice, and we have transcending. So again, I probably sound like a broken record, but this looks like a conflict that is being resolved for good. I found it quite interesting that the front image is the same as the back image, and it made me think that what someone is showing on the outside is the same as their internal energy. And this is going to be the key to resolving the conflict. I feel like, and this could be an internal conflict as well, but the reason it wasn't being resolved before was because of a lack of honesty. And that's not necessarily a lying or deceitful energy, but someone was hiding an inner component, or hiding their true feeling, or hiding their true motivation. And this is an example that's coming to my mind. Of course, you can apply this to your own unique situation, but the example I saw is a couple, and one of the partners keeps getting upset by something the other partner is doing, and so they're kind of arguing back and forth about it. But the whole time, the upset person is never actually being honest about why it upsets them. They're showing the upset feelings on the outside, but they're not presenting the root of it. That's staying hidden inside. And so how can we actually ever, it's like cutting a weed, it's just going to grow back. You can cut it again, it's going to grow back. You have to get to the root. And because someone was not being forthcoming about the real reason behind their emotions or their true intentions, where this actually stems from, it just kept growing back. And I wonder, because this is showing up for your spiritual and personal growth, it could have been you who was not even aware of, or just not showing where this was really rooted from. And now that I'm talking about this, yeah, like this doesn't even have to be a conflict with another person. Maybe there's an emotion, an insecurity that keeps coming up over and over again. Just when you thought you had healed it, it's back. And you're like, oh my God, what's going on? And it's because it's not being dealt with at the root. And so now I'm thinking of the Hermit card, because that very much feels to me like going within, going to the root. This is what is going to finally set you free, and what is finally going to allow you to transcend this cycle, and is going to restore harmony in yourself and harmony with others. So yes, I feel like there's a need to go really deep with it. And justice is also about like truth and clarity, and like the sword represents truth and this mental clarity and this decisiveness of like, okay, I see the truth and I know what to do about it. And it no longer feels like just putting out fires until it comes back up again. You're getting something at the root. And this is what will set you free. And life from now on, it feels calm, settled, peaceful, harmonious, predictable in a good way. Like there's no dramas. My eyes are going to these tattoos. Someone could have like a tattoo sleeve, or someone's getting a tattoo somewhere on their arm. Also, I'm thinking of black belt. Like, I don't know, if this person's dress has a black belt on it, and I don't know, maybe we have some martial artists here. But anyway, I think those are all of the messages for my group number 2s. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, you can check out my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram. You can check out the extended readings that we do here on this channel, as well as the exclusive full-length pick a card readings. So those will be linked down below on various platforms Vimeo, Patreon, YouTube memberships. It's all the same content, just on different platforms, so you can choose whichever works best for you. And you can check out my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song. I'll also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, your higher self, everyone who appeared in this reading, their higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number threes. So if you guys chose the Amethyst snake, this is going to be your reading. There is an intuitive message coming through for you just before we get into the cards, and that is that your mission during the month of September, or maybe mission is not the right word, but a task from your spiritual team, is to radically validate those aspects of yourself or of your journey that are different from everyone else. There's this feeling of, just because my experience or my journey is different from everyone else's, that doesn't mean it's wrong. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It's just different, and different is valid too. And yeah, that's the end of the message. If that was meant for you, I think you'll know what that is referring to, but let's get into your cards. So we are going to see the main themes and the main energies surrounding you in the month of September. And our first card is Scutum. I don't know how to say that, but the keyword on it is safety, which is beautiful. You are safe, you are protected, you are on the right path. I would even tie this into the previous message of your journey is valid. Even if it's a little bit different from others, it is valid, and you are safe, and you are divinely guided. I'm also hearing the information you have received is correct. And I'm seeing the King of Swords. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're the King of Swords. The information or the guidance you have received is correct. For some of you, this is going to be about like maybe some professional guidance you've received, or a download that you have received from your guides. And maybe you're kind of questioning the information. Your spiritual team is saying, no, the information you have received is correct, and you are safe to validate this download and move forward with that. We have elixirs, and there's this common blue color that could be a significant color or a lucky color for you. The throat chakra could be highlighted right now. And actually, I felt called to do this with the previous card. Now that blue has appeared twice, I definitely feel like I have to. I'm gonna see what angel is associated with blue. I knew that. I feel like I know these things and I forget. That could be a message for someone too. Like, you know this information, you know this truth. Don't question your journey. Don't question the information that your soul knows to be true. Archangel Michael, I knew that. It's okay. I looked it up and I got confirmation. Your guides will always confirm to you over and over again, but there's no need to question the information you're receiving when deep down you know what's true. It refers to Archangel Michael and his association with the blue light ray, which symbolizes power, protection, faith, courage, and strength, according to Pinterest users. Thank you, Google AI. Okay, so we have elixirs here, which is making me think of a healing component or possibly even a magic potion. Some of you could be receiving a physical, emotional, or spiritual treatment that is very healing for you. Something that calms you down, something that keeps you focused. I'm seeing a pair of glasses. There could be some health issue that is being fixed, something that helps with your focus, something that helps you to see more clearly and more objectively. You could be finding ways to calm your nerves. And what is that? What am I tasting? That's like teeth whitening. Sorry. There's a lot of like really specific messages coming through. You could be making tweaks to your physical body, your health, your physical appearance. And we have perseverance with the number 4. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You are doing exactly what you are meant to do. I talked to group number 2 a little bit about this as well, but I think another theme for you in the month of September is going to be about embracing the seasons of your life. Some seasons are going to be very eventful. You're going to be going through a lot of growth, a lot of healing, a lot of changes, a lot of transformation. And other seasons are going to be more quiet, but they are all part of the same journey. As an example, I'm seeing a piece of music. The notes in a piece of music are just as much part of it as, or I said that backwards. The silence, the rests in the piece of music are just as much a part of it as the notes. So you may be in a period of your life that feels like more quiet. It feels like not a lot is changing, but this rest is just as much a part of your journey as the more eventful chapters. It's all part of the same journey. And your spiritual team is confirming to you that you are on the right path. I am seeing a focus on Gemini related things or third house related things. Languages, communication, gathering information, gathering knowledge. You could be in an energy right now of studying, practicing, planning your next moves, gaining knowledge, but you haven't quite taken action yet. And that's okay. Take as much time as you need to gather knowledge, to gain more confirmation if necessary, and to really let it sink in that you're on the right path, that you know what you're doing. This period is not to be rushed. Your journey and your seasons look different from other people's, and that is okay. That's the biggest takeaway and the biggest lesson from this month. I'm also seeing the color black. I'm seeing like black fingernails, black hoodie. Maybe you're putting a lot of the color black on your body, black and silver. These are protective. You are divinely protected. You're a little bit more behind the scenes right now with your energy, watching, waiting, gathering information, making sense of it all. This is okay. Don't give in to the pressure that you always need to be outputting, that you always need to be acting, that you always need to be stating an opinion. You can be in your input era. You can be in your receptive era. You're gathering things that will help you in the next stage of your journey. I almost use the word hibernation for you, but that's not accurate because your internal world is very active right now. Okay, it's as if a bear was hibernating, but they're having crazy, vivid dreams and astral traveling and like solving mathematical equations in their brain while their body is sleeping, okay? This feels like a season where externally it's kind of quiet, but a lot is going down in your internal world. A lot is going down on a spiritual level, okay? And this is all part of the same journey. In the next season, things will pick up externally. But a year is not a year unless it has all 4 seasons. A piece of music is not a piece of music unless it has notes and silence. And this is just the era that you're in right now, and there's nothing wrong with it. Even if other people's journey looks different from yours. This is an interesting message. Okay, for your astro cards, we have Mercury. Oh my gosh, we were talking about Gemini and third house-esque things, and Mercury rules those. Mindset. Your inner world, your mind is very active right now. A fox, oh my gosh. We were talking about watching and waiting. A fox surveys the landscape. Notice the way you assess and interpret a situation. Discover a new, more objective perspective by writing in a journal, talking to a trusted counselor or friend, reading or learning. Most of all, find clarity by listening to your inner wisdom. Okay, as I read that card, I saw a scenario play out where you are a classmate in a class. Could be literal on earth, it could be like your soul in a class, but your classmates are like, what are you doing? And you're saying, I'm studying. Like, you have your books open, I'm studying. Your classmates are saying, you're still studying? Like, it's taking you that long? We all finished studying ages ago, and now we're all playing outside together. Like, how are you still studying? Didn't you learn that ages ago? Didn't you already master the material? You start feeling bad because you're like, oh my gosh, like everyone else is done and I'm still working on this. Is there something wrong with me? Am I studying wrong? Then the day of the test comes and you ace it and everyone else does not. I don't know, maybe everyone else failed. And you're like, wait, I thought you guys said you studied. Turns out they were reading the wrong textbook. Turns out their definition of studying is just skimming the pages. So people don't understand what you're doing internally. How could they judge what you're doing? You're not living on the same world. You're not reading the same books. You're not going in with the same depth. Ooh, I feel like your spiritual team is like, don't you dare compare your journey. You're on a whole different level. Okay. And then wow. New moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Blues, greens, teals, turquoises, if you will. These kinds of colors could be significant to you. There is not a new moon in Pisces, but a full moon in Pisces that is happening this month on September 7th. So that could be a significant date for you. The new moon is in Virgo. That's going to be on the 21st, or could be 22nd if you're in the eastern part of the world. So those could be dates that you want to note, especially feel like the first week of September could be significant. New moon in Pisces definitely feels like spiritual awakening or spiritual clarity. This month you're probably going to have vivid dreams, lucid dreams even, and really remember your dreams. All right, let's get into our tea leaf cards to see what else you need to know. We have November. I mean, this is a September reading, but something could be reaching culmination, reaching completion in November, or a person born in November could be significant. We have Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. I want to get at least one more for you. This one, ooh, this flipped over, but it didn't come out. Firecracker, excitement. Why didn't that completely fall out? Are you containing your excitement? Or is this like pent up excitement, pent up anticipation? In September, you could be getting good news about something that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen until a bit later. Could be even November. So then it's like you have to just contain your excitement. There's another month of the year, July. Sure. All right. So what do we have here? NFTs could be significant. NT, I've been looking at the first letters for all the groups, but that's funny. N, T, F, and J. These could be someone's initials, the name of a place, the name of a company. I am also thinking of INTJ, which is a personality type, because we have NTJ here. Is there anything else? I don't know, maybe you can see something in those letters that stands out to you. But we are going to get into the specific areas of your life. So I'm going to pull one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. Oh my gosh, I just noticed, because I said INTJ could also be INFJ. I'm an INFJ. Why didn't I see that? Yeah, so INTJs, INFJs, ENTJs, ENFJs could be significant. I think those are all the combinations. Okay. Ooh! Okay, group number 3, your card for your love life and relationships in the month of September is the 9 of Cups. Congratulations. For your career and studies, wow, we have the Queen of Swords. So King of Swords was coming up in my mind's eye, and we have the Queen of Swords here. So I would look out for either of those, the King or the Queen. I do think they represent you. So if you do your own readings, or if you're watching another reading and those come out, I feel like those are your cards. That's the energy you're in. And also, it's really sweet how the angel is lifting up the Queen of Swords. This is probably Archangel Michael. Look out as well for butterflies, especially monarch butterflies, foxes as well. That's a sign that Archangel Michael is close to you. Cranes, we have a paper crane here. I'm hearing natural born. Like, I guess you're a natural at something, or you have an innate talent. And for your spiritual and personal growth, we have the 8 of Wands. Now we're going to go in with some oracle cards to expand on these messages. So for love life and relationships, we have Maple Spirit, Generosity. For your career and studies, we have Butterfly Spirit. Yeah, there's definitely a correlation between seeing butterflies and angelic protection for you. Ooh, and for spiritual and personal growth, we have the Stag Spirit with Leadership. I think I haven't been saying the numbers on the oracle cards, but they are 23, 8, and 39. So Any of these numbers could be significant to you, but let's get into it. For your love life and relationships, we have the Nine of Cups. Quite simply, a wish is coming true that you have pertaining to love or relationships in general. A wish is coming true. You are getting your desired outcome. If there's been any stressful situation in your love life or your relationships, that is being resolved. And this shows you being very satisfied with the outcome. I don't get the sense that you are like getting the final outcome that you want, but it's sort of locked in, so to speak, that you know, now you have certainty that it's going to happen. And now all there is to do is wait. I wonder if for some of you, this containing your excitement has to do with that. So an example of this energy would be like your crush asks you out, or you ask your crush out and they say yes. So that's like the wish coming true is that you go on the date with them. So maybe that hasn't happened yet, but it is planned, it is locked in, and now you just have to wait for the final thing that you want to come. So something is being scheduled or something is being committed to. Some of you, depending on where you're at in your relationship, could be like getting engaged, or you could be making the decision that you and your partner are going to move in together. So it feels like an agreement or a promise or a commitment is coming in that basically secures your final desired outcome to happen. This could even be a loved one telling you news that they're going to move and be closer to you. And so it's like it hasn't happened yet, but you just knowing that it's going to, you're already over the moon with that. And it's nice because you have something to look forward to as you go about your days. And yeah, there is this fall tree makes me think that some change is coming. So some of you, like your relationship status could be changing in a positive direction in the month of September. Or like things are starting to change in your dynamic with someone and being more the way you've wanted. With the Nine of Cups, I do feel energies of crushes or wanting to get closer to somebody. So if you do have a romantic crush on someone, you're definitely getting closer to them during this month and maybe seeing a side of them that they haven't shown you before, which makes you like them even more. And this could also go for platonic crushes. If you're just like, oh my gosh, this person is so cool, I wish I could be friends with them. Like wishes surrounding getting close to another person. I wish I could be friends with that person. I wish this person will reply to my message. I wish my friend or my family lived closer to me. Any wish you have with another person is going to be coming true. That's the message of the Nine of Cups. And I love that the Nine of Cups has Jupiter energy to it, and that fits very well with generosity. I do feel like the universe this is a pretty big blessing. The universe is generously blessing you. I'm smelling soil, which is kind of weird, but I guess that's like fertile soil, or like the seeds that you planted are growing. Could be that something is grounding, like you're manifesting it in the physical plane. But yeah, that's coming through, and it feels like rich and fertile ground to grow something in. So a relationship is definitely growing and changing for the better. What a beautiful message. For your career and studies, we have the Queen of Swords and we have Butterfly Spirit with transformation. So for those of you who have been wanting to change career paths, change your field of study, just do something different in your career. For those of you who have been wanting to rebrand or reinvent yourself, this is a very good sign that you will be able to do that. Your soul wants to grow and reinvent themselves professionally. And for some of you, that's going to look like doing something completely different. For others of you, it could just be like a pivot or a rebrand or changing your approach. kind of taking things in a new direction. This orange butterfly has emerged as a blue one. So there's something about your professional identity or your academic identity that I feel like you are changing. And the world is your oyster. This little oyster opening with the pearl, the world is your oyster. Your potential is limitless. And I feel like your soul is wanting to shake things up so that you can see what your potential truly is. And my mind is going back to the very first message, or one of the very first messages of this reading, which was that the information you have is correct. And just how attuned you are to the divine right now, I do get a sense that you know what you want to do. I heard like, what am I supposed to do? But that's not the right question. The right question is, what do I want to do? Because what you want to do is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do what you want to do, if that makes sense. Those are not two separate things. And I think you know whether you want to completely change your career path or just change the way you show up in your current one. There's no right or wrong answer. This is going to be different for everyone, but trust that you know best and that what you want is in fact what you are supposed to do. That is in alignment with your calling. This oyster and pearl, this is making me think of like Venus, Aphrodite. So there could be an element of your career, business, or studies that you are beautifying. That's just the best way I can put it. You could be, what is it called? Sprucing up? I don't know. Sprucing up your appearance or your wardrobe that makes you feel more confident at work. For some of you, beauty and aesthetics could even be an inherent part of your job, like making things look nice, making things beautiful, making things fashionable, designing. And you could also be, for example, let's say you're a student. Maybe you are getting like a beautiful notebook and beautiful stationery that makes you actually want to study. You could even be getting cute workout clothes. It makes you want to work out. There's something about beautifying yourself or the things that you use or the environment that you're in that makes you want to work, makes you want to do it. I'm also seeing an office or a studio perhaps with really beautiful lighting. I'm seeing, those like really pretty aesthetic keyboards that make the satisfying sound. Maybe they have like, I've seen rainbow light up keyboards. Like if I had that, I would want to type all the time because it's just so satisfying. Adding comfort, like you could be investing in a really comfy office chair, something that adds beauty, comfort, convenience to what you do. And that boosts your productivity. Focusing on the sensory experience and the creature comforts. I'm hearing like your body's natural desire to be comfortable. If you work with that, it's going to make you more productive. Okay. Finally, we have your message for spiritual and personal growth. These colors in the sky and the stag's antlers are making me think of northern lights, aurora borealis. Some of you could live in a northern Nordic country, or something about the north is significant to you. Maybe you're traveling to a northern town or a northern country. This could also be more so metaphorically, like your true north, your North Star, staying true to yourself. That's definitely a message for a lot of you, because a lot of this message was about trusting in your journey and validating your journey, no matter what it may look like. Stag spirit with leadership. There's this expression, and I'm paraphrasing, but the sentiment of the expression is, if you don't, oh my gosh. Okay, what I want to say is, if you don't see a lot of people taking the path you're on, it's because you're a pioneer. There's something There's some expression with that same sentiment. I just can't think of it right now. It's like, if you don't resonate with the world around you, it's because you're supposed to create a new one. Something like that. If none of the paths resonate with you, it's because you are the pioneer who is meant to create the new one. And everybody who's been a pioneer or a trendsetter, like, that's the point. There wasn't a lot of people doing what they have done. I was wondering if I was ever going to bring this up in a reading. Where is my phone? Where are you when I needed you most, phone? Okay, I can do it off the top of my head. So there's this artist that I really like called Chami, and he sort of coined this genre called future house. And I read a quote from him recently when he was being interviewed where he said, like, oh, I didn't mean to confuse people. Like, future house is just like anything that hasn't been done before. Like, sometimes people ask me how to do future house, how to make it, and I'm just like if you're making something and no one else in the scene is doing it, then you're doing it right, then you've won. So his whole philosophy is do things that others aren't doing, do things that haven't been done before. But that's scary when you're doubting your path. Like, you're out here doing your thing and it's like, wait, other people aren't doing that, so am I doing it wrong? No, you are the pioneer. You are the trendsetter. And if you stay true to your path, others will follow. Copycats will emerge. Not in a bad way. Maybe some copycats will emerge, but people taking inspiration from you, people emulating your style, stay true to it, okay? You're starting a trend that is going to be very beneficial for the earth. Starting a trend, starting a movement, and this doesn't have to be with like popular culture. You could be starting a trend of compassion. You could be starting a trend of being spiritually aware. You've felt lonely in this element of yourself because, like, you don't see others around you on the bandwagon, but you're the driver of the bandwagon. People are gonna hop on if you keep going, and they should, because whatever wave you're creating here on earth is a beautiful wave and one that the earth wants. So keep being rooted in your authentic path, and you're going to see others following. And I don't get the sense that those who are following you, there's a dynamic of you're the leader and they're the follower, although you could be gaining followers. But it's more like you're an example, and then others are joining the movement or joining the wave, and you're all doing it together. That's beautiful. I'm also getting the feeling that in September, I just got really excited. You are receiving a surprise communication from someone that you didn't expect to hear from. Yes, that's what a surprise is. You didn't expect it. And it's just making you so happy. You're like, I just saw someone wiping their glasses. They're like, am I seeing this correctly? Like, wiping their screen and just like staring at it. So it's a special someone. It's a special someone who's reaching out to you, and it's just like you're overjoyed. You cannot contain your excitement. Yeah. And I think that's actually the last message. I don't know why that randomly came out at the end, but you needed to hear that apparently. So group number 3, those are all of the messages that I have for you. I just saw 3333. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, you can check out my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram. You can check out the extended readings that we do here. You can also check out full-length exclusive pick-a-card readings. So those will be linked down below on the different platforms, Vimeo, Patreon, and YouTube memberships. They're all the same content, just different platforms, so that you can choose whatever works best for you. And you can check out my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I will also have my latest release linked down below. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, your higher self, everyone who appeared in this reading, their higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual teams, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!